Hello, all you magnificent people, Durbo the Magnificent here, and today we're finally back with a bit more Pyre. It's been a bit since I made a video, a few days at least, and that's purely because I started playing Breath of the Wild finally, and good God, it's a very good game, and I only wanted to do that and not record, so yeah, I don't remember what happened the last time. We went to the Glade of Lu. Oh yeah, the Dapper Tree people, yeah. With the super deep voices and the shiz. Yeah, okay, I remember what happened now. We beat the tree people. Awesome.
After defeating the Chastity in a rather one-sided contest, you return to your wagon to consider your next move.
As far as they practice.
Adequate performance back there.
Adequate.
What exactly?
Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan. Go. Have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be higher up.
Did this knight hear you say high up?
And it's going to be cold.
We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. We'll do a headwind. Let's ignore the fact that I just forgot your name there for a second. That plan Wolfram mentioned. I just want you to know. I don't know what he means. Good to know. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan, as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Wolfram has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. Indeed.
Once more you look toward the heavens.
Further north. Here we go. Wow, very further north. Solium, the Golden Star. Alright. Oh, dang. Is this it? Is this the final rite?
So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Elodio, and at the very top, the fall of Solium.
Mount Elodio, the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. And the fall of Solium. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated that exactly.
Wolfred, sir. How'd you know?
Wolfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts, as though he is directing them at you.
I too can read, my boy.
Dude. Okay, so my voice was very off.
Forbidden though the words may be.
Dude, it's voiced.
He turns back to Hedwin.
Grande libro d'artes.
Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique. But as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan.
What plan? I thought this was about our freedom.
Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me.
You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree that it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible.
Alright. And nobody to talk to. Interesting. Really? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, let's move on then. I also noticed that we haven't really been discovering anything about anyone else's backstory. Like, it was just that one bit with Hedwin at the beginning, and that was, like, it. So, that's kind of interesting.
At dawn, Wolfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination.
Okay, cool. Sklorian Shore.
You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Wolfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods into the north.
Alright then. Goodbye, Dr. Seuss trees. I don't know if we'll ever be seeing you again.
Sklorian Shore. You get clear of the woods at last, and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodiel. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Wolfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded.
Cerebralios.
You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something.
Quare cerebralias.
What does freedom even mean to you?
I don't know.
He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel.
Oh, wow. What does freedom mean to me? Doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please. Living without fear honestly comes closest to, I guess, true freedom, in my opinion.
Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. You tell Wolfred that freedom means living without fear, and not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. He considers your remarks for a short while.
Veredicet.
Good answer, my boy. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time. A deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on the axe to courage. If not for fear, I doubt we would accomplish very much in life. And just now, we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital.
Then he turns his attention to the whole group.
Non libra de
Now,
servus.
let me tell you all what freedom means to me.
Ma libra non
Freedom
sarosce.
means to live life without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think.
He looks out toward the distant mountains.
Preluce travestarum.
Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more,
Cersam sublaris.
and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand.
Vederandas vare.
That is where you come in.
He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you.
Ramsetam librae.
Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now.
Sepranum sancte
The
gratia.
plan then is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites. Then we meet up on the other side. We organize.
Vederes plari.
Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest.
Spiral Sanctum, the burned-down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge.
You're plotting a revolt.
Cerebdare.
Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it.
Presevare gares.
But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others.
Tentasce vero.
So, if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now.
Wolfred pauses for a time, examining each member in the group. No one stirs.
Iradet.
Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that.
Quale veribralias.
You seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together, you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise.
Then he lets out a long breath.
Fare toros.
That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit.
Wilfred turns towards the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path.
Whew. Reading that guy's voice is not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Alright, Murpass.
Pathway leading north to the sacred mountain. Wilfred indicates that this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Elodiel.
Well, let's go then. Whew. Among the hills of giant raccoons.
Beyond lies Mount Elodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent.
Alright. Well, let's talk. Ooh, the Beyonder Crystal seeks Tizo! Heck yeah! Plus we gotta speak to Wolfred. Yay, more incredibly deep, difficult voice.
There you are, my boy. That was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private.
Wolfred stares at you, rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then...
You do not know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent, still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free.
What? Okay, that's quite the twist.
I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves, other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected, when at first we met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom.
It really does say that. That sounds incredibly familiar. Wow.
Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet.
Wolfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal.
It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand?
There's more at stake here than my freedom. And perhaps there's a way.
You understand the words of warning, yet, just the same, you choose to carry on. There's more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself.
I admire that, my boy. Then, very well. Know that we have much at stake here in this, anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then.
He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts.
Alright. Gosh dang it, I really hate this person's voice.
You bring me brief reprieve from solitude. What seek you in exchange?
Describe trial.
Certainly, my reader. You need but indicate who is to be my subject for this round.
Tizo.
You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Tizo.
I dare think I remember something of that imp. He certainly stood out from all his ilk, although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth.
Tizo soon appears in heat of the summons. Tizo seems to be prepared for whatever lies ahead.
The first guy to not question it, and it's the imp. Thanks, my boy. Alright, So I've been using Tizo a little bit more than Jodariel, so hopefully this won't go as horribly.
The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her masks.
Listen well, Imp. You answer to me.
Tizo indicates his understanding and is prepared to begin Sandra's trial.
You know the formalities, of course. Show me then what you have learned thus far about the rites. Here, in this trial, it shall be just you, my Beyonders, and your lovely reader. Let us see how you fare.
Oh, dang it, there are 3 of them. Alright, let's go. Go, 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 go. Oh, that kills me! Shoot! I forgot that that kills me. Alright, this is gonna be just as bad. Oh, no. Okay. They're very fast. That's fine, though. Because so am I. And I can freaking just fly, so... Yeah, this won't be too bad. I do have to get in quite a few times, but that's okay. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Hey! They don't really know how to deal with flight, do they? That's good. Nope. 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 They're trying. And failing miserably. Let's go, boy. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. They just can't deal with it. It's too good. Alright, my boy.
Tizo is excited to have completed Sandra's challenge and awaits her approval.
A worthwhile effort, Imp. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell.
Alright, cool. Let us proceed.
Tizo is happy to be back and wonders what it is that Sandra granted you. You take a closer look at the new artifact in your possession.
Oh yeah!
Haub's Wing. Tizo's flutter and zip abilities cost less stamina than usual.
Oh my god. Okay, Tizo's like a permanent member now. That's just too good. Holy cow. That's real good. His flight is already insane. Now it's even more insane.
Earlier, Wolfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news.
Wait, what are you saying?
Vistare daste.
What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all.
But I thought I swore we go free together.
Cebrale cerebras.
We may go free together, yet, but it's going to take time. This is only the first phase.
You, Edwin, and the others exchanged glances.
Vendane dantas.
Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Elodiel there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, but rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through the Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if he did not merely skim that chapter of the book.
Oh, screw off.
Scribe's Gate. It is said that the scribes themselves keep watch over the Scribe's Gate. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down.
Afterwards, we'll reach this fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Templars, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him.
One of the downside celestial landmarks. A mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival of the Nightwings. And Ignarius. He's the notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the rites. Demons.
Cerebrametaros.
Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirates prevails, there somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth.
Whisked home to the Commonwealth.
Madeirusat.
Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned.
The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible.
Lorigas
Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well.
So, then that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays?
Sama rictus.
For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up.
Wolfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodiel.
Huh. Well then. That's quite interesting. I want to look at how close people are to leveling up. No... I don't think anyone's really close. Oh, Gilman's pretty close. We could train him. Yeah, let's train Gilman. Why not? Let's go, buddy. This knight is always keen to take even the barest scraps of wisdom, Master Reader.
Sir Gilman gains a somewhat stronger grasp of how better to pass the celestial orb through strength of will and trust in one's triumvirate, rather than through dexterity alone. He nods in understanding.
Sweet. So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he is giving strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. You don't have to do that, it's fine. Oh yeah, it was... That's nice. That's just real good. Let's do that. Let's make it more useful. When this knight grasps the orb, his instincts then take hold, spurring him to greater feats of glory. Alright, cool. Well, let's continue. To Mount Elodiel.
Mount Elodiel. Here before you lies Mount Elodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around again before Wolfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air.
Regum tragibas.
Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away.
There's only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be?
Rare timi
Go
gentis.
on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions?
Why us?
Quem brevis damoge.
Why you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rites. What is it they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some Kushina responsibilities.
Queras cogitare.
Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not?
Sirindare.
But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts. Gather enough help, and he and his friends could go free.
Civiterci trans.
Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rites, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You're imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions.
Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening.
Yeah, this is important.
Wolfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Dodariel raises her voice again.
Inverto.
Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite?
Traje.
Ah, I see. Well, that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literary, too. When the 8 scribes created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group, against which all the others would be judged. That group they call the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on.
Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we just don't show up?
Then you deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries.
Victory means nothing in a common rite, then. Participation is all that matters.
Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still, the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'll be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time.
Some murmur to themselves about all this as Wolfred takes his leave. Others...
That is not a word.
Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options.
Whew.
Emperor's Ascent, a gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Elodiel. Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Or the Emperor's Fall, a pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here.
Yeah, well, we went with the valuables last time, so let's go for a blessing. Don't let me down, Faye.
The sublime beauty of Mount Elodiel, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Faye has been positively bursting with excitement.
Isn't that wonderful? I think it really is, don't you?
Tizo seems not to share Faye's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold.
You've been here before, Tizo. Isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, what was that?
Something about her changes then.
Wait, look. But Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there?
Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Faye rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished.
Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome. That we're welcome here.
Faye runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious. In spite of everything, your spirits rise. Your companions gain +2 hope for the next rite.
Alrighty. Oh. Okay.
Temple High Road, first of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Hedwin expresses a passing whim to see the view from here. Or the Temple Sister, second of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here.
I'm gonna go with Hedwin here. God, this is beautiful.
You and Hedwin walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area.
Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all.
You sense something is troubling him.
Oh, that. It's just... I've been giving lots of thought to everything that Wolfred's told us. Another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or... I don't mean to put it that way. All of us could go free. We are on our way back as one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might be part of Wolfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you. And even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Wolfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rites and be stuck down here together, just like this.
The two of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Hedwyn turns to you again.
Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now.
Hedwyn feels more prepared for the next rite. Hope likewise for the best.
It's good talking to him. I really do like Hedwyn.
You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more, and falls under an archway carved of stone.
Tam diem enselum.
Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together. Much how we act as a single heart and mind of the rites.
Num caravras.
Well then, lead onward, Tariq.
Secretaves.
Please, follow me.
Oh,
Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the ark, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first.
is that you, Tariq?
Salutium seres.
It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how was your rest?
Salamta seres.
Too long, Celeste.
Celeste, the gate guardian. She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the rites.
It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate?
Aye.
Then, let us make this quick.
She gestures toward the rest of you.
Now, each of you in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate.
Oxare shomtas.
Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances but quickly comply.
I'll start. They call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be the one whom I love.
The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next.
I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greattail. I just want to get out of here, I guess. With my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I'm seeking here. Oh, my name is Faye, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. Must be them, because if not, then who?
Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy, and may see the Commonwealth someday.
Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Pamatha Thane, I'm only here because my sister's here.
Then, as Wolfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice.
You, I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why.
I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you. I travel with them as a pilgrim now.
I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others.
My name is Wolfred Sandwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring freedom to the people there.
She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there's no one left to go.
Just a crippled scholar, old farmhand, a war orphan. Try as I might, I cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth.
You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response.
What do I truly seek? I want to help my friends. That's why I'm continuing to stick along, even though I know I can't really get out of here. I want to help them get out.
The companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive, and to find kinship in the downside, your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish, for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once, and waves all of you by.
The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq, I, Celeste, be on your way as well.
The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back on. He does not look back at her. From the top of Mount Elodiel, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousands of leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim.
This is very interesting. Oh, river frost, so cold.
So cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer.
Oh, cool. And we have another page, which I'm going to read, which, that's, yeah. And we'll talk to Jodariel.
Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night, though it is not yet dark. She is already in her raiments. Edwin soon joins her, also looking ready.
Any sign of Ruki?
None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask.
Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then.
I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The 3 of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Wolfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom.
Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet?
Easy, Ruki. I got a little time. It hasn't started yet.
How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail?
Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed. There for good measure. Oh, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here. Like, soon.
By dawn, in fact, if all goes well.
If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess.
What are you getting at, Greentail?
Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while. I thought we were all getting out of here at once.
He shoots a look at you.
Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all.
Edwin slams his fist against the wall.
No. Not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the 4 of us. We're getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So, it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but that's just a start. We're gonna do whatever it takes on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's gonna take. I just know that we have to try.
Jodariel turns to you.
Reader, we shall find a way.
She nods to reassure you, and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Edwin's gaze never once falters.
Well, my friends, I think it's just about time.
Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall be only the first. Your 3 companions each gain +1 hope for the liberation rite. Steel yourself in turn.
Alright, well. As anticlimactic as it may seem, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here. I feel like that's a very good place to end, especially since we are probably going to be doing a lot of rites in quick succession from this point on. So, I guess I'm just going to end this one here. This is... it's just great. I love how this is going down. It's so good. I really, really like how this is going. I want to play more, but I gotta end the episode. It's just, anyway. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a magnificent day. Durbo the Magnificent out.